Natalie Esler here. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are talking all about the top 5 tips to choosing the best prenatal vitamin for pregnancy. This is a topic I'm very passionate about, and I'm extremely excited to share with you the 5 things that you need to look out for when you're choosing what to supplement during pregnancy. So the first tip I have for you is make sure your supplement is a whole food supplement. You want to make sure that the vitamins and minerals within your supplement are coming from a whole food source. Our body assimilates, recognizes, utilizes food so much more than it ever has done chemicals. And so the synthetic versions that we often find on the shelf, on the chemist shelf, in the commercial based stores, do not absorb well in our body. So we want to be using a whole food multivitamin. That's the first tip. The second tip is to create some awareness around folic acid versus folate. Now there's so much information available these days. I will keep it really short for you just to really paint that broad picture. But folic acid is the fake synthetic version of folate. Folate is the natural version. You, however, can get an activated version of folic acid, which is called folinic acid, and that is better than folic acid. But if you can get folate, it is always going to be best to supplement in the natural form. The natural source is always going to be better for your body, as our body recognizes food, not chemicals. So that's the second tip. Choose folate over folic acid. Now, as a side note, folic acid has been studied so much in the last decade or so, and they are starting to now understand that high levels of folic acid through pregnancy have been linked to allergies, tongue and lip ties. So it is important that you are very mindful of the vitamin that you choose, and you know that it is going to support you and your baby throughout pregnancy. So choose folate, not folic acid. Tip number 3. When you look at your supplement, have a little look to see what else is in the ingredients. We want to make sure there's no GMO, okay? Look at the fine print. It will tell you on the packaging, no GMO. You want it to be gluten-free, wheat-free, dairy-free, all the things that can be linked to intolerances, inflammation in the body. We don't want to be supplementing those things. So that's another thing to look at. That's number tip 3 is no GMO, no wheat, no gluten, no dairy. Just make sure when you check your labels that you're not supplementing a source with those things in it. My 4th tip for you is different countries have different regulations. So wherever you're buying your supplement from, be really mindful of what they allow in their supplements. I'm here in Australia, and it is extremely hard to find a folate-based supplement. So we have to go overseas to get something with folate in it. The best you can get in Australia is folinic acid. Again, it's the activated version of folic acid, so it is better, but it's still not the natural version. So just for you to be aware, with my 4th tip is really be mindful of where you're trying to source and what you're looking for in a multivitamin. Because if you are looking for folate and you are in Australia, you may have to go overseas to get that. And my 5th and final tip is when you're choosing a supplement, see what other benefits that supplement can bring you. Because when we supplement, we are, yes, wanting to give our body a nutritional base, right? We're supplementing for a reason. But we want to be feeding our body things that are going to benefit our body. And when you have a supplement that adds in extra bonus ingredients that are very helpful for the overall vitality and wellness of the body, that's extremely important too. Yes, we need our vitamins and minerals from a whole food source. That is so important. But if the multivitamin adds in a bit of kale powder or broccoli or Brussels sprout or spinach or dandelion or, you know, those extra greens and things like that to support. It's fantastic. The multivitamin that I choose to use has all those extras in it, and I do really believe those extra nutritional benefits really do support the body. So just to recap, number one, make sure it's a whole food supplement, not synthetic. Another way you can tell is your iodine from a food source? Is it coming from kelp or is it coming from something synthetic? All right, it's pretty easy to tell when you check your labels. Number two, is it folate, not folic acid? Folinic acid if you can't get folate. Number three, be mindful of where you're purchasing your supplements from because each country has different regulations. Number four, make sure that it doesn't have the GMO, it doesn't have the gluten, the wheat, the dairy in it, things to be mindful there. And of course, number five, if it's got some extra added goodness in there, that is amazing too. Now, if you're wanting more tips, if you're very keen to get the best supplement for your needs, we do have a bit of a cheat sheet with all the things you need to look out for that you can grab free. I've put this together because this is what I did when I chose my multivitamin. I went through the checklist and I made sure that it was appropriate and met all the needs that were important for me and my growing baby. So just in the comments below, grab the free download of the cheat sheet, and that will give you everything you need to know to make the best possible decision you can. So check that out in the comments. If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel. Love having you here, and I'll be back again to chat soon. Cheers, guys.